Hey everyone, thank you so much for stopping by today. I went shopping for obvious reasons. I'm sure many of you heard about the Sephora 15% off coupon for anything in their store that was happening, and even though I was kind of on a no buy lately, I couldn't help myself because I can't pass up a sale. I've indicated before that I can tend to be very cheap, and if something's on sale that fits right into my theory of being able to buy something because it's not full price. So I got a bunch of new things. I got some backups of other things that I really truly like, and I like some things and I don't like other things. Oh, and I also went to Ulta because I had some really cool stuff. Well, not some cool stuff, but I hit my $25 free shipping or $50 free shipping, whatever it was. And yeah, so just a couple of things from there too. Enough of that. Let's just finally talk about what I got. And I'm gonna start with what I didn't like and we'll get it out of the way. I got the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I just did a review on that. I'll put that link below. $62. Lots of people really like it. I don't. And I indicated in that video because I have oily and acne. I have oily skin and acne, and this does neither to help me with either one of those concerns, and it's $62. So unless it did address both of those things and like did my laundry, I'm not spending another $62. In fact, it's going back. Okay, the other foundation I got, because I'm trying to branch out. So typically I'm into drugstore foundation, but I thought maybe there are better things out there. So I also got the Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation, which I thought would be like the Revlon Color Stay, but better. And it's too thin for me. It really doesn't cover up what I'm trying to cover up, which is kind of the purpose of makeup, at least for me. I've got, like I said, I've got some dark spots and acne scars and kind of splotchy skin in general. My skin is not very friendly to me. And so I thought this would be super fabulous, and instead it just didn't step up. I don't know if it's because I started with the Revlon Color Stay and maybe nothing else compares, but hey, I think this was like 30 bucks and the Revlon Color Stay is like 10. So how can I really be complaining? New stuff that I bought. They're not necessarily brand new, but they are new to me. So hey, you can't go wrong with that. So I got the Too Faced Chocolate Bar Palette, which is super awesome. Check out those colors. I love how they're like neutral toned, and also there's a couple of pops of color. There's that lavender, there's also that like olive green up here. Like I said, this lavender. I love the dark purple that's right there. Pretty awesome. They, I don't think they're as good as the Lorac Pro shadows, but they're pretty much very comparable. I mean, they're super pigmented. I mean, you can even see right there. That's pretty fancy. They're not very splotchy. They blend really well. All of that good stuff. I'm full of eyeshadow now. All of that good stuff that you're looking for in a shadow. Again, I don't think the quality is as good. I always think of the Lorac Pros, the 1 and 2 palettes. But as far as giving you a different color selection and being comparably priced and smelling like chocolate, the chocolate bar by Too Faced is pretty neat. So of course, I also got the semi-sweet chocolate bar palette. Hello, also smells like chocolate. Just kind of different. Mirror is so huge. Just kind of different. That blue, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with that blue, but I don't know. They think I should have that, so I'm just going to agree. Other than that, again, a lot of neutrals, couple of pops of color, and I couldn't just have the chocolate without having the semi-sweet. I don't love the packaging on either. It's cute, it looks good, but it's really thick. It's noisy, and it closes I think it's magnetically, I'm assuming. And I don't think it closes very well. It really doesn't want to stay closed. I've had it fall open on me a couple of times. So I'm gonna put this in the category of the Naked One palette, that velvet one that just kind of closes, that everybody kind of complains about, and then they improved it on Naked 2 and Naked 3. And I'm just gonna say that the packaging sucks. It's also really noisy, it's heavy, it's clunky, not really ideal for traveling, but I love the colors and it smells like chocolate. So The other palette I got, because you know, you can never have too many eyeshadow palettes, right? I got the Tartelette by Tarte. How cute. It's very glary, I'm sorry. How cute though that they call their stuff Tartelette by Tarte. Okay, this is obnoxious, the mirror, but okay. So you've seen the colors, I'm sure, by other reviewers on YouTube. Also a really good quality shadow. Again, very pigmented, very creamy. There's just the swatch right there. I love that it's purple hued. I have green eyes and I think purple complements it pretty nicely. So I do tend to favor the browns as well as the purples. And they're all matte, and you can do quite a bit with matte. And sometimes it's hard to find a good matte that isn't streaky. And these actually, I've had a lot of fun with them. And so I'm really happy I got it. So thank you, Sephora, 15% off the Tartelette. So then I got a couple of backups of stuff that I already had that I already knew that I liked. And I thought, well, if I know I'm gonna get it again at some point, why not get it at 15% off? So I'm gonna start with the Benefit Gimme Brow. So I have pretty dark brows. My roots indicate that I also have pretty dark hair that I lighten, so what? But what I want to say about this is I had actually, this is the, what do they call, the light medium, and they also have a medium dark. I had started with the medium dark because I was like, okay, well that matches my eyebrow color. But you need to remember that this has those fibers in it, so it really does fill in your brows. And when you're starting off with really dark brows and then filling them in with more you know, more of these fibers that are dark in color too, I was looking a little scary, and it was not good. So I actually get the light to medium, which looks like it's a taupey blonde almost. Whoops, I don't want to hold that anymore. That package is so slippery. Anyway, I wound up trying in the store, I wound up trying the light to medium, and it complements my very dark brows very nicely. So I would say if you had black eyebrows, maybe you've got black hair, that you probably wouldn't want to go the light medium route, but kind of anything else, if you feel like, I think it's really because of the fibers. I mean, typically we want to try to match whatever brow products we're using to our eyebrows, but with that, with adding the fibers and adding fullness and thickness, you want to go a little bit lighter. Also, from what I've heard, it's not really good for folks that have a lot of spacing in their brows, you know, a lot of little baldy tiny spots. I happen to have very good brows that do need some assistance, but I'm starting off with a really good foundation, and that's why the fibers of the Gimme Brow wind up working really good for me. So, but if you've got a lot of surface area to fill in, that might not be good for you. I also got the Anastasia Brow Wiz medium brown. Everybody talks about it. It's actually quite fabulous. I've heard it, is that what I said? I use medium brown. I've heard people compare it to MAC, and a couple of the reviews I read indicated that they were basically the same, except the Anastasia one has a little spoolie on the end. I'm going to say they are definitely not the same. The one from MAC is not as waxy, and you kind of want it to be waxy when you're trying to do your brows, because you don't want to have stark, obvious lines when you're trying to do your brows. You want the color to be faint, and you control how dark you make it. The one from MAC is almost like, it's like a kohl eyeliner that you're trying to use on your brows, and it's way too much color, way too obvious. I had bought a similar color to the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and it was just too much. It wasn't good. The Anastasia Brow Wiz is fabulous. Refill. Okay, I also got the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I'm sure you guys have all seen this. I was resistant at $29. I used the color Custard for your under eyes. It's fabulous. Everybody compares it to the Maybelline Fit Me. Maybelline Fit Me is thinner, and it doesn't work for me. I have pretty big or pretty dark under eye circles that I'd like to cover up, and if I get even an ounce too little sleep, forget it. It's just awful. So the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer definitely takes care of that. It's not too thick, but definitely not too thin. Most of the other stuff by comparison I find is too thin. So I was more than happy to spend the money and get another one of those. The last thing I got, people don't really talk about, but I've been a fan for a really long time. It's the Dior, by Dior, the Diorshow Blackout Mascara. This is the one with the huge wand. And it is, I mean, it's pretty big. It's pretty thick. I have huge, like, cow-sized eyes. And so I find this works really well as far as being able to cover all my lashes, you know, in one sweep. But it adds a lot of mascara, but I love it because it doesn't clump. You can layer and it doesn't start feathering off. It doesn't start flaking off. I get not a flake from it. This is my step 2 when it comes to doing my eyelashes and putting on mascara. I use the lengthening L'Oreal Telescopic to lengthen. So I'm adding the length without adding the thickness. And then I take this as my step 2 because the bristles are so wide from each other that it can't possibly clump because it's as if it surrounds and cuddles each individual lash and doesn't cause any clumping and doesn't look spidery like and gross. And especially since I do have really big eyes, you don't want those guys coming at you too much because you'll be scared. So I don't know, a lot of people don't talk about it, but I find that it's an awesome, I always start with a lengthener and then I always follow with a thickener. I've gone to drugstore mascaras, I've tried some other high-end mascaras, and I always come back to this one. I don't know, Diorshow Blackout. And I don't get the waterproof because I don't want to rip my eyelashes out at the end of the day trying to take it off. Okay, so that was what I got at Sephora. I did get just a couple things from Ulta. I had seen this reviewed a little bit on, I'm gonna put an eyeshadow on my chin because I've got it on my fingertips. This is by Freeman. This is it's a peel off mask, the Sweet Tea and Lemon Peel Away Clay Mask. I have another clay mask by Freeman that's a wash away, but I thought this was a neat concept that it was a peel away. And it supposedly pulls the pore clogging grime off your face. Well, I don't want the pore clogging grime to stay on my face, ew. And so I found it on Amazon for like $10. I couldn't find it in store. Until Ulta, they had it for like $4 and change. And so I was like, yes. I have to say, it smells a little bit like hairspray. But I haven't tried it yet. So, like I've already indicated, I have pretty bad skin. I break out quite a bit, despite the fact I'm not 12. And so I'm hoping maybe this will help with the pore situation. We'll see. The other thing I got from Ulta, and I believe that it's exclusive to Ulta, Tarte had a little like travel size collection of items that they sold in a kit. And I love travel size stuff, like especially to throw into my bag and stuff. Okay, hello, they have purple Tarte tissue paper in there. Fabulous. Okay, so it comes with a small maracuja oil. Love. I actually haven't used this yet. I've tried the Josie Maran argan oil, but I have not used this. So I'm actually pretty excited to give that a shot. Okay, hello. They have a bronzer. This is the Park Avenue Princess, the one that comes in the trio palette with a highlighter and a blush. But this actually is just the bronzer. Okay, how cute is that? And it's like this metallic, like textured cover. Oh my God, that's so cute. Okay, hello. Mini tiny Tarte blush. How cute is that? This is the color Prim. And they called it a plum. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, I don't necessarily see plum. In fact, I don't see a lot at all. But I have to say this. I have Exposed, which also looks like chalk when you swatch it, but then you put it on and it's glorious. So I think a lot of the Tarte blushes are a little bit false advertising because what they look like in the pan for all of them isn't typically what it winds up looking like on your skin. Some of them look like electric pink and then you put it on and it's a soft rose. So I like Tarte blushes and I thought how cute and tiny is that? It also came with a lip cream in pencil form. This is, I don't know what name it is because the writing is like this big, but I don't care what it's called. I bet it's on the package. There's a swatch. right there. It's a little bit, it's like a plummy pink. It looks very pink, but it has a little bit of like a plum tint to it. They say that it is color, oh, it's color Divine. How do you not like something that's called Divine? The last thing in there is a Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara. How tiny is that? Oh my gosh. I actually have another Lights Camera Lashes travel or sample that doesn't have the cool packaging like the full size. It just is a normal cylindrical tube. But this, I was like, oh my God, it totally looks like the original big size. I actually really like this. I had stepped away from mascaras that didn't have the silicone brush. This is actually just one of those normal brushes. But since I travel and keep in my makeup bag, just the normal little travel size was all I had. They do not make a travel size Diorshow, by the way. Oh my God, it would look so cute if they did. But anyway, I really like this one. It's awesome to when you're like reapplying during the day and you want to like just throw on a little bit more mascara, whether you're going out at night or something. It not only is it cute and handy, but it's actually really good too. So I think that's it. That's enough. Especially someone coming off of a period of no buy, because I thought, well, how many eyeshadow palettes can one person have? Apparently not enough. So thank you so much for stopping by. If you like it, please thumbs up this video. I would appreciate it. And I hope to see you again soon. Maybe I'll go shopping again. Thanks. Bye.